All right, it's time now for the Red Chair Special. All new animation. Are you kidding me? This is proof that this segment has taken off. Once we get new animation, look at these jerseys. This is immaculate. I feel like Jake Baby's back in the locker room right now. Get ready to suit up.
It's an all-star game.
Exactly. Yeah, these guys behind you never lose. All right, our Red Chair Special is the Yankees and the Orioles. We're going to dive deep into this game from Wednesday. Kick it off with Aaron Judge in the top of the first. So Judge is up with 1 on. The Yankees came out 4 homers in the first inning on Tuesday. What does Judge do? How about a 2-run home run to center?
This is way back. I mean, when you can stay to the big part of the field, and when you hit it on the barrel, they go this far out, and you see what the teammates are doing. They're bowing down to it.
A 26th career homer at Camden Yards, 10th homer of the season, as the Yankees take a 2-0 lead. Man, Judge is fun to watch. Hitting .412 coming into this game. Bottom of the second. Australia gets Ryan Mountcastle. He's trying to break an 0-for-18 skid. That's how you do it. 2-run home run off of Cookie Carrasco.
Yeah, they've got to get him going, and some of the other guys around him if they're going to have a chance. But this was a huge swing to get the O's right back in the game.
O's tie the game at 2. Ramon Arias now, 2nd homer of the season. Orioles up 3-2.
That's a beautiful swing there. Just getting the fastball, acting like it's batting practice.
I love the homer host, too. They just go nuts for that. Gunnar Henderson now. Bama boy, base it to center.
Yeah, they've got to get Gunnar going, and this whole lineup, without Colton Cowser in there, without Santander, they've got some huge. They started the season without Gunnar. This offense has been slow to get going.
You're right about that. Henderson's stealing second base on the first pitch of the at-bat. Doesn't even get a throw. He had such a good jump. Later in the at-bat, Adley Rutschman base it to right. Henderson scores, and the O's extend to a 4-2 lead.
Really nice piece of hitting there.
Okay, let's pause it right now and take a look at Adley Rutschman. His last 100 games. You're talking about a guy who's hitting a .198, 8 homers, 33 RBI. He's not on base 30% of the time. The slugging really is an eyesore, 301. There's no doubt the sky's the limit when this guy is going right. The potential is there. Is it just catching Jake to just wear you down? What have you seen?
Well, I think it's just a lot of everything, just trying to figure it out. It's very rare does a player get to the big leagues and take off the way Adley did. And then to have to manage the entire pitching staff. I don't think people can quite understand what that load is on a catcher nightly. Every time that you get off the field, you're in the dugout and you're talking to a pitching coach or a pitcher about the next 3 outs that you're about to get. Not ever really working on your swing. And Adley's got 2 of them from switch hitting. So and then the league is out, or the book's out on him. The league knows Adley Rutschman and they know how to attack him.
Yeah.
Right? And he certainly tries to get in there and play first some to spell the legs. I know he's not strictly catching. But the Baltimore Orioles have to get Adley going to a little bit higher tick. But for me, Adley does a great job of what he does behind the plate and what he does bring offensively. You saw a big hit tonight.
Yeah.
The other guys around Adley have to get going and do what they've done. There's no Santander.
Yeah.
Colton Cowser was a huge piece of that lineup at the top.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they've got to get Gunnar, Holiday, Hurstad, all the boys going to help Rutschman, and he'll go with them.
Yeah, Cowser was the finalist rookie of the year a year ago. Has not been playing so far right now. This Orioles team been banged up. Back to the highlight. Bottom of 4, Heston, Kierstad, the base hit to right. The next batter is Arias. Arias strikes out. Kierstad's still second. Well, watch this. He's angry because when he gets hit in the head by the second baseman, that's Pablo Reyes. The bench is clear after a little bit of talk here. He goes, are you kidding me? You're going to jump my head? Really? And then slowly but surely, you will see everyone join the party. Your take on this?
Well, I like this. Kierstad didn't know what happened. He didn't mean to land on his head. He just left his feet and had no choice but to land right there. But you don't know really what happened in that instance. You just know your head got clobbered. I like that the Yankees are certainly trying to say, hey, we didn't do that on purpose. I like it that he's chippy. And this is in division rivalry in a third game of a 3-game set that you got to win. You see here, this is what it stems from. Last year, he got hit in a way, and these teams already have some beef. I love seeing what I saw tonight, and again, it can bring teams together when your teams get chippy like that.
No doubt about it. Let's go to the top of the 5th. After that flashback, you're right, that was a Kierstad hit by a pitch by Clay Holmes. Here's Paul Goldschmidt. Solo homer in the center, his first homer since March 29th. Just his 2nd homer of the season, and the Yankees now trail this game 4-3. Paul Goldschmidt, let's pause the highlight here. Take a look at Goldie's numbers. He's hit .356. That's the highest to the end of April in his career. 10 extra base hits, a .403 on base, and just because he's not hitting home runs, he still has a .475 slug, which is above average. I gotta be honest, Pete. I thought, age of 36, former MVP, Goldie's had some great years, but he's in decline. He's had a marvelous season so far. What's been your reaction?
Well, my reaction is I'm not surprised. And why I'm not is because I know people who's been around Goldie a lot. He takes care of his body. He's still as strong, as in shape, as healthy as he's ever been in his career. Yeah. You put that with the experience and the intel and the baseball IQ that he has and plays the game with. It's no surprise that a change of scenery, you go get around one of the game's greats that we've ever seen, Aaron Judge. You don't think that's impacting the conversations that those two are having? Mm-hmm. Paul Goldschmidt is staying to the big part of the field, as he always has. You saw the homer tonight. I think he's got many years left in the tank. The ballpark I know it wasn't tonight, but that short right porch allows for him to let the ball get deep, what he does best.
Yeah.
Goldschmidt is a stud, and he's making us remember a lot of good times.
It's his best numbers in 3 years, which is awfully impressive. 716 OPS a year ago, and I believe you faced him as well back in the day.
Oh, you made guys like me retire.
Oh, this is yes, August 3rd, 2013.
Oh, this is my debut. Yeah, August 3rd, my grandmother's birthday.
Yes.
I will say this: I don't think there were many more, if any, given up in that night in Boston. It was a win for the good guys. I'll say that. But I'll tell you this: that's what Goldschmidt does.
That was Pete Goldschmidt too, in fairness.
Well, and look, he's just letting the ball get deep. That was me trying to blow a fastball by, and he's ready for it and using the big part of the field.
Right.
Exactly what he did tonight.
You're in good company. At 36 home runs, 125 RBI that year. Little flashback there for you. Let's go back.
I give up a bunch of those, buddy. That don't hurt my feelings.
Bottom of 6. Yankees trail at 5-3. Brando Cruz strikes out Arias on a fastball. Then he goes to the splitter. Strikes out Cedric Mullins and Henderson Peep. 6 straight splitters.
And look, we saw. Look, maybe he's on the Tommy Conley program.
Almost changes. Very good.
Yeah, look, when something's hot, you ride the hot hand. And the splitter in the changeup's an optical illusion. It doesn't matter if you tell them it's coming. They see the arm speed of the fastball and simply react to that.
Top of 7. The Yankees trailing at 5-3. Trent Grisham's up as well. Peraza on second. Grisham flies up to left. Peraza will move up to third. That's a nice sliding catch there made by Ramon Laureano. That catch basically saves a run.
Absolutely did. Trent Grisham's been a
stud.
Huge stud, yeah, over there in New York.
Laser Ramon there, the catch. Here we got Judge. Base it to left. Feels like a win, though. Hey,
yeah, Cano getting the ball hit on the ground right there is a win. When Judge hits it on the ground, you got a chance to just squeeze through the 6-hole.
The Yankees now trailing at 5-4, so Gregory Soto enters the game. Soto has not allowed an inherited run to score all season, facing Ben Rice, but Soto, more like So-So, tries to pick off Judge, but throws it past him, and Judge advances to second. So later in the bat, it's Ben Rice, who had 2 home runs yesterday. He'll fly out to right. Orioles hanging on to a 5-4 lead. Bottom of 7, O's up 5-4. Devin Williams is on the mound. Second straight scoreless outing he's looking for since leaving the closer's role. Laureano, and Austin Wells throws out Rhino Hurd. Got him. Second straight scoreless appearance from Williams.
That's they need that. What a throw by Austin Wells.
Jeez. So Devin Williams no longer the closer, but at least trying to build some confidence. Top of 9, O's up 5-4. Felix Bautista, that mountain of a man, facing Grisham up. 2 outs. Judges on deck. And how about this pitch arsenal? You can appreciate this. Sinker, splitter, sinker. Strikes out Grisham on 3 pitches.
Yeah, good luck. This is the Bautista that we saw before the injury, and you're seeing the back end of this bullpen I like in Baltimore. Cano to Soto to Bautista is a real threat if they can get there and get the offense going. That was a big win for Baltimore. Yeah. To come out and win that series, reeling the way they were. New York's playing great, top of the division. You come, take 2 or 3 at home. They had to do that. I know Brandon Hyde and team feel good about themselves.
Yeah, to quote Yogi Berra, it's getting late early. Orioles now 12-18. You're 6 games under 500. You do not want to get back at double-digit deficit.
Not in this division.
No question about it.
Emilio Pagan right near the top of the National League saves leaderboard with 8 so far this season. His Reds taking on the Cardinals today at 12:40 in the final game of a 4-game series. Cardinals got him for 2 yesterday, but Emilio Pagan joins us now here on MLB Central. Emilio, right off the top, do you let your dog kiss you on the mouth? Yes or no, please?
Absolutely. Every single day.
100%.
There you go. There you go.
He's a dude. He's closing games.
That's
he's
right.
Breathing fire. You think he's worried about kissing his dog on the mouth?
Apparently not. Emilio, your manager said closer by committee in spring. How did that kind of conversation transition into you, and when did you know?
I told Tito in spring, I've said for a long time that I know what I'm capable of, and kind of this offseason that little light bulb went off. Like, that to me, that tells me that I've already been at my best, and I didn't believe that. I thought that I could get to another level, and so that's kind of the first thing I told Tito was, I want to see how good I can get at this game, and and then whatever happens after that happens. But I felt like I was in a good spot physically, and my delivery felt good, so I was excited to get the ball going.
Emilio, kind of expand off that. Have you dove into some different things mechanically, analytically to become the best version of yourself? Because I look at your story, man. It's a grind story. You pitched, meteoric rise to the big leagues, have always done well, but it's been a grind, couple trades here and there.
Yeah, man, I've been traded a bunch, and going through that in the beginning of my career, it kind of put a little sour taste in my mouth because, the GMs would come up to me and be like, hey, we love you, we don't want to trade you, but then I was on a new team, and, I didn't really know how to handle that. And so as I've gotten older now, looking back, I'm very grateful for my journey because I've got, friends, teammates, executives pretty much scattered across baseball that I've built relationships with. And so, I'm grateful for that early time in my career, and now hopefully I can settle in here in Cincinnati for a few more years.
In a position, Emilio, that sees guys out often, what is the biggest challenge in longevity in your craft, would you say?
Just taking care of your body.
How do you do that for you?
So I actually have not been very good at it historically. I was a big Taco Bell guy, and so I would.
Soft tacos, what's your order? Give it to me.
No, yeah, Crunchwrap Supreme with an OG Mountain Dew.
Yeah,
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
I would. For a couple of years there, I had a Mountain Dew every first inning all season. And credit to the guys in Minnesota, man. Carlos Correa and Griffin Jacks, they were all over me about taking care of myself and eating right and everything. And so I've kind of gotten rid of that and, started to take care of myself a little bit better. And the body feels great.
When's the last time you had a Mountain Dew?
Just this past road trip, we had an off day in Colorado, and we played some golf, so I enjoyed the off day with a Mountain Dew.
When's the last time you had those cinnamon twists, those delicious cinnamon twists from Taco Bell?
Those are good.
I'm not a big cinnamon twist guy. I would get them a little bit in high school, but I wasn't crazy about them, so probably since high school.
You mentioned the longevity and taking care of your body. You do have a little, I think it's a unique part of your training regimen. You swing a weighted golf club. You insist that it hasn't helped you on the golf course, but how much has it helped you on the mound? I mean, I'm looking at your numbers here. Second highest spin rate on four-seamers in the game. How has the weighted golf club, how does that fit into your whole regimen?
Yeah, so that's another thing that I took from Minnesota. The strength coaches there, it's basically like a med ball routine, but instead of using med balls, you use these weighted clubs as a way to train your rotational power and speed. And then there's an underloaded one so you can rotate even faster. So I've been doing that for a few years now, and the med ball stuff just never really felt good. Kind of, put a weird feeling in my elbow, so I never really loved it. But going to the weighted golf clubs, it's just like swinging a bat. And no, definitely has not helped the golf game. But maybe when I'm done playing, I'll get better at that.
Emilio, you've been around a while. Take me inside Terry Francona, being around him for spring training in a month. What's that been like?
Man, his just confidence in the group, his belief in what we need to do to win games, it's contagious. He's very sure of himself. He's very sure of the style of baseball we need to play and going about our business the right way. And that's what we're trying to do, man. We're trying to run a tight ship and try and play some clean baseball and give these fans of Cincinnati something to cheer for.
Did he really not pay his water bill? What's that story?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm new to that story. I heard it the other day when I went back and watched the game, and I'll have to ask him about that. I'm not real sure.
Yeah, it sounds true. It sounds true.
We did a riverboat casino tape the other day. You were at the poker table. Are you dabbling in some poker on the plane? You guys playing cards still?
A lot of the guys are. I'm not.
Really?
I don't gamble. I don't gamble on anything except for fantasy football. I take my fantasy football pretty serious.
Me too.
Okay.
Me too.
Yeah.
But who's a player you're eyeing?
So you're
next
checking
year?
the waiver wire. You're one of those guys.
I mean,
Ashton, are you sold on Ashton Genty as a first-round draft pick?
Man, I don't know if I'd take him in the first. I'm a big Jamar Chase guy. I've
you
taken
can't go
Jamar.
wrong.
Welcome.
Can't go
I've taken
wrong.
Jamar the last 3 years in a row. So if I can get him, I'm pretty
Yeah, you
pumped.
can't go wrong. Skyline Chili, where are you on that?
Nah.
No, I haven't tried it. My daughter's tried it, and they told me that I'm not missing anything. So I don't think I'm gonna try it. Yeah.
Controversial take?
What'd you have for breakfast?
Scrambled eggs and bacon. That's it.
There you go.
The
Like a
OG.
man.
Yeah.
No carb? We're not grabbing a carb?
No,
Muffin?
that's back to the Taco Bell stuff. Griffin Jacks and the bullpen coach in Minnesota, Colby Suggs, they got me on this carnivore diet.
Wait, no
where
carbs at all?
You just eat meat and eggs. That's it. And so
And do you those people have sticks of butter for just snacks.
yeah, no, I'm not at that level yet.
He's not the
but-
liver king.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, I'm trying to eat as much just meat and eggs as possible.
Unbelievable.
So, such a good
God.
reference. Hey, Emilio, this was a lot of fun, man. Thanks for jumping on with us. Best of luck to you and the Reds today and the rest of the way. Hopefully we can have you back on sometime this year or real soon.
Yeah, that'd be cool. This is my first time on in 9 seasons, so I don't know if I'll be back on again, but if I
Let's
am, I'll
go.
look forward to it.
Well,
Yeah.
how about,
Come in studio.
come in
Hang with
studio
us.
in
with
studio?
us.
Next time you guys play up here, you come in studio. This was great.
Lincoln Tunnel's a delight.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. Thanks
You got
guys.
it.